Hi there and welcome to the Barbara Young channel. Welcome to my Friday Sews. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews. Well, I've got a few bits and pieces this week to sort of talk about. I suppose that's why I'm here. Tell you what I've been doing, haven't I? So I think I'll start with what I've finished. So last week I said about some cushions that I was making, and yes, I finished them. Well, I say I've finished them. What I've got is a cushion. Oh, sorry about Mike. What should I say? Sorry, Mike. Didn't need to smack you on there. You're going to keep hearing me. Better not keep doing that. Cushion. Done. Look at that. Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. And it's nice and comfy. Have a light. Put that on the sofa. Can have a rest on it now. Now I've filled this one and I've been filling them up. I've been using my scrap fabrics like from here to fill it up, because that's the best way to do it, I think. Use these up. So it does make them a little bit heavier, but they got nice filling in it, nice to rest my head on, have a lie on. So yeah, I think they're looking great like that, with obviously zipped there with the inner lining. Now I haven't managed to fill them all. Heavy. So obviously I've got, here's a couple, well here's one that's yet to be filled. You can see it is looking brilliant, really nice. The elephants on both sides, and this is the lining piece that I created, that I just got to stuff with as much filling as I can, with left an opening there, and what I'll do is stuff it up and then just do any old stitch really on the end there, because once it's inside the actual cover, you won't, well I won't see it because it's just hidden away inside the cushion. So yeah, so effectively they are finished. I just haven't filled them all up as yet, so that's an ongoing thing as I cut up the scraps into little bits that can be shoved in and used for the stuffing. Next up is a skirt that I'm just starting to make. I got some fabric from Swaps Table from the Sewing Social I go to, and it is this very lovely bit of corduroy, which is really nice. Look at that. It's a lovely material. Yes, I know it's brown, but I mean it's still very nice, isn't it? It's quite a lightish, sort of almost tan brown, and it's got a lovely feel to it. Yeah, so I thought that would be really nice to make a skirt with, so that's what I've started. So I've been cutting that out and getting that ready to start to put together, which I've got here in one big pile of stuff. That is basically, it's all cut out now and it's all prepped. It's just a case of starting to actually sew it up. I'm using, I can pick it up, using this fabric as the lining, because I like to put a lining in my skirts. As I've said many times before, it's a pattern that doesn't have a lining to it, but I like to put a lining into it. And of course it is the Simplicity 8133, which I've made so many times, and yet again I'm making it another time because I just like it. It's just a nice skirt. It's quite a versatile skirt, so it's the same as the one I'm wearing. I'm making my shortest version again because I just feel like doing that, with side seam pockets. So basically, like I say, nice corduroy with that nice lining. So that's one thing that I've got cut out, ready to go. Now the next thing I'm doing is also with this corduroy fabric, because what I found is that this skirt pattern, the shortest version, as long as it's a wide fabric, you know, was it 160 inch or whatever it is, 150 mil, 150 centimeters, you know, whatever it is, as long as it's really wide, then you can actually get that skirt pattern, the shortest length, from about 1 meter of fabric, which is brilliant, which left me with enough fabric of this corduroy stuff to make a bag. Now, the bag in question is actually this bag, which is a self-drafted pattern that I came up with, that I like, and I've got a bag downstairs that I use all the time. It's a plain green, but it's getting a bit rough around the edges, so I want to do some work to update it, but I still want to have another bag. But I like this bag, but it's not one I use every day because it's quite patterned. So I thought I wanted a plainer one for just everyday use. So the corduroy I thought would work perfectly well. So I've been cutting out all the fabric in that to make another one of these bags, which I think is going to look really great. The difference being with that, though, is that this bag, the inside is also the same panda fabric, whereas I'm going to use this fabric for the inner. So I have this on the inner and this on the outer, and you think, oh, they're quite clashy, but they're not. I don't think they clash at all. I think they're actually quite a good complement with each other. So I've been cutting that bag out and getting that ready, getting the fabric ready for that. Still got a little bit of work to do with that one. I've got it pretty much here, but there is still a little bit of work to do, prep work, getting interfacing sorted and getting the parts ready before I can actually start sewing that up. And I also need to look for the hardware, straps, you know, the buckles and the bits and stuff like that, the magnetic clasps. I do have them, I just got to find them, because this has got 2 magnets on the front there. Obviously got the D-rings, and it actually has this like a little false front on there, so when I'm using it, that looks like it's the front, but it's not actually. It's just a bit of a false one. You know, stops people from putting their hand in there so easily, or, you know, getting fooled. So that's always a plus. So yeah, so I've started on that, like I say, but still got quite a bit to go in the prep work before I can start sewing it up and to finish off finding the bits. So that's the other thing I've been doing. So really, I've been doing more of prep work, you know, skirt and the bag, getting the fabric ready, cutting it out, getting it all sorted how I want it, and then hopefully this weekend I'll be able to actually start sewing these items up and bringing it together. So I'm actually starting to make something. Well, I am making something. It's the odd thing in it. We say we're making something, but even the process of prep work, cutting it out, getting the fabric all ready, getting all the bits interfaced that need it before we even start sewing it together, it's still part of the project. It's still a part of the actual making process. It's just it's not the actual sewing bit, because sewing is just one part of, you know, of that whole make. So I've got two jobs on the go, of which hopefully I'd like to say by the end of next week I'll have them both done, but who knows. I'll have at least one of them done for sure, I feel sure about. So it's a case of see how far I get. I do still have to stuff the cushions and get on with that. That'll just take time, because that's a case of chomping through this big bag that I'm currently using as a seat. And I suppose as I get down it, this seat will get lower and I'll get closer to the floor. Be a good marker of how well I'm doing as to how close to the floor I'm getting. There we go. And that's it really. Doesn't seem like a lot, but there's that prep work does actually take quite a bit of time. And I think some people sort of do this thing where they do all the cutting out in one go, and I do the interfacing all in one go. And I suppose I've done that a little bit. I've done my prep work for 2 projects at the same time, because I'm using the same fabric. Why not? I'm using this this corduroy fabric, so if it's the same fabric, I might as well do all the prep work at the same time. and then start pulling them together, and then I'll have another nice wrap skirt and a bag to match. Yeah, brilliant. And that's it really. That is it for me this week. I say it's not a great deal to catch up with, but things are, I suppose, progressing. Yeah. And hopefully next week I'll have something else to show you. So there we go. So that's it for me. Nothing else to rabbit on about. So I'd just like to say, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to. Click that bell icon and you'll get a notification when my videos come out. Please do comment. I do love reading your comments. It's always nice to hear what your thoughts are and what you're doing. And if you wish to comment between yourselves, please do. So that's it really. It just left me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.